adventure.
Whoever said a good... Of course.
Apologies, lady. If you are after some scenery, I suggest the far end of the bridge. It smells... Oh, sorry to disappoint then. I'm having an imp of a time with this piece. It was perfect. You can tell her I'm not getting involved in whatever she's up to. Look, you seem like a nice person. Go plot your mischief with Persa. She's got a room at the tavern down in the gullet.
Well met, stranger. Akira, it is... I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out. And I must return to the wonderful place. In spite of my time there, I cannot do else but give it my highest recommendation. You will find the luminous bath. The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valian outsiders. Here they organized their in her welcoming embrace. The Queen allowed a similar concession to the Royal Deadfire Company. More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is one day I overheard more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. Akira, you want to follow?
So she asked him what he... What's that trick? And he says, the Consueli.
What can I do you for?
You the one causing... I thought Remaro's...
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring yourself?
Cotta has not. Your smoke and mirror ghost do not...
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me.
You'll know soon enough. Gauntlanker. Cotta does not doubt his... What do you want? Depends. You seeking vengeance? Cotter heard the newcomer was...
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this a
Look, Silesia. You tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback. Not Silesia.
There's better ways to scare him than threatening innocents.
Ecosi, and whose side are you on? No one threatens Cotter, you overstuffed boil. This one's not worth it.
I've got it. Sure.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be lots to say.
Watch and learn.
I don't be sposing with. You'd, easy breezy, sleazy.
They whisper that Zama walks with a spring. Belfetto for the Republic. Zama is free to set.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat? Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now. Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked. Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both...
Oh, now I've dreamed of this place.
Ahoy there. Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Rod? Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles? Robbed? Someone's feeling bold to prey. Matters being what they are. The door is That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon, maybe she doesn't stand up to for 1,000 pyres. She'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an... You will? Your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a...
Give me a real
Travel.
chance.
Have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? A carrot. Thanks.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us? At this rate, who'll be left to suffer the Mataru's ire?
Will do.
I've got it.
It's nice. Far as holes in the ground go, I
How
reckon.
did you hear that? About the boss?
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
Hey, fresh face. Need something? The hole's been here, so what's the neighborhood with... Well, I was born here. Right here. Of course. What you need? I've got just the thing for you, fresh face. Just the thing.
Romaro ain't never brought me down here.
Why do you bother me, little
God, I
Kith?
missed that man.
No, the gullet reeks of illness. Maybe I'll become... How do you mean? I don't work for free.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, you run a tight shop. And you ain't no terrible person. The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. Aye, you ain't wrong. I never knew no kin till the Sorcerer. Now don't sell yourself a suo. I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the Gentleman. Learn what ropes were to be learned. And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good... I've a gift for you. This trinket, I know right to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more. Just as Malnar shook me down for plunder. I don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first... Aye, Captain. You ain't farting out your mouth there. As I said, never rightly figured it out. It worked that I were all in, given she were too. Well, thank you kindly. You be entirely welcome. Now, if you're...
Relax. We're emptying a vault. Not water shaping.
Fire?
We ask not to be disturbed. What are you doing here? Well, that's the end of...
You told me you weren't...
Sally can't know that I was here. Bad news.
Leave it to me.
That would be enough.
Let's go.
Need something stronger.
Absolutely.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. Breathe leak now.
On it.
You killed him! Let me go, and I won't say the Bardato sent you, right? No need to kill me over a family tiff, eh? You killed Bayer and call yourself... this job? I'm out. Elda's plan was for everyone to converge on the Bardato vault. You won't find me anywhere near the Bardato fortune. Can we agree that that's worth sparing my life? I think that would be best as...
My fingers be fat, furry, swapped and sparkling, Cap.
On it.
He does this every time.
Don't see why you'd spend all that...
Cheers. What do you require? We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company. If you're looking for work, I hard...
Consistency in the shipping lanes.
Did you say so?
Just admiring you.
Harami!
I am here.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
We do not, Seducer.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise. Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural core. Are you writing that?
Nay, lass. We're merely moved to a momentary bout of verse by the beauty on display before me. They're, very bawdy.
Anyway, that's what brought me here. Most do. The Royal Deadfire Company would. What is your business with me? Nearly done. What is your business?
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a... It seems we've made a mistake.
Please, I did nothing.
Enough. Or do you wish to consign it?
Let him go!
Beer!
Your tongue flops like...
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Be careful. The gullet is no place for outsiders.
But Taro is gone. Dead. What more do you want? Forgive me. I thought my village was not like this. Why does Queen... But Taro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it. We say the only thing that... Which are you? The traders say they bring riches, but what reaches the gullet? Only crime and the Rowatayans promise marvels. Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still Bataro said we would finally leave.
Now, Cap, we can't all be mastering the arts of the tongue.
Careful. There are including the ones who seized my... I heard a Rowatayan captain took up at the tavern. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe Bataro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. Many ships leave from Queen's Birth. They say the Principe smuggle goods in the cavern, but the Rowatayans have mighty cannons and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there. They say many Rowatayan captains... Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together worked. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's. Seduzo. They say she is a traitor. But she threw always Bataro, but a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes. Such a strange question. A Raparu, at least that is the way in the village where Bataro, but here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on them. We are 6. My village was not like... I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but it is a big and dangerous place. Please, help him if you can. Or I tell you, I do not know where it is. After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it if it is anywhere.
Be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming at pets.
Hey, it was dark. I only saw the back of your head. I thought you were some huge island squirrel.
This ain't about...
What is your business with the one who threatened me? These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say. If only everyone did so. But you asked about... This fella wanted passage on my ship. As if I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price. He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who... Then he shows me a swallonet. A marked coin. A token of allegiance. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the... I called for the guards, and they tracked him away. That is, there's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by... Why do you bring this to me? He and his people are gold-packed knights. Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. He is upstairs. Just do not interrupt him.
What do you require? Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, a most agreeable arrangement. Out of the question. We're due in Takoa, and we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same.
Something more I can do for you?
You gonna make a habit of turning up?
Ado, you kept Laro and Orso from the Beyond. We could use such a mediator. Martino has need of muscle and brains outside of development.
Let me take point. Some royal Deadfire crews have lately taken to pirate hunting. One such crew is hunting Principe dogs is our business. With all these it would be better if they took...
You could always start shooting the shit out of one another and leave good Deadfire folk be. Just a suggestion.
Was that not implied? Come back when the Rawat...
Out for trouble?
Our
or
family
taking
can't
in
go
the
on like
sights?
this.
My intelligence speaks of Have on, then. And don't leave me in suspense. Treachery from within. Now we know enough to sidestep this particular trap. Here, your deserving pay. I suggest we allow this heist. This will be the end of the Valera's short, ignoble reign in high society. It most decided I have no use for a
This area is off.
Hey.
Hello! Thief in the vault!
Leave it to me.
You ever thought about changing the color of your fur? Merkberries will stain your skin for weeks.
Oh, think I were born blue, eh? Think being this pretty come natural?
Well, dang, Seraphim. Never knew you were so fancy.
Yeah, but mayhaps I'll be giving them merkberries a...
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing blackened pages of death. Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. Something stirs. An old woman steps forward,
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. Watcher, before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings, while Bareth whispers in one ear and Aethys shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise. This is but a small corner of the beyond. One that I use for... Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves? And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching? If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Aethys and his... While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose... What indeed? That would depend on... A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some, while the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter. Judge for yourself. But I think you'll find my intent. When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Perhaps even a society that had no need of us. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate the soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions. Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly beyond repair. You may congratulate yourself on that much, at least. The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us, Aethys, keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a desire. At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart, diverted like a river, and hammered. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not, submitted to a violent and horrible arrest. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Eora's most prevalent myths. There were other faiths and legends, but much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the beyond. The wheel has but one material component in all of Eora. Something we built. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap, diverting it, giving it an efficient... Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking forward momentum. Hollowborn control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Speak, Watcher. Prove it or disprove it. Yes. I never agreed to this arrangement, but if your example, an assertive minority of gods, believe that your choices will prove the value, then there are those of us who know better, who are not. Kith are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chose. It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Perhaps to it. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Eora on the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us. As if that was a favorable outcome. Aethys was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic. A valid, self-defeating question. We assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government. Thanks to Aethys, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes, Aethys is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment, and his approach was sophisticated, indirect. I owe you no. Besides, I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted. It makes no difference if, regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. If our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful... Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Even any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment. Freedom is an unachievable illusion, heralded by the soft of heart. Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong. You mean gods crafting a godless world? My siblings desire to influence mortals and steer them in a proper direction. I have no intention of being left behind. You have learned much already, whether knowingly or unintentionally. You seem to find some would react poorly if I stripped before I return to Eora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant. You have this opportunity to prove me wrong. You speak as if you do. Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. I have every confidence that you will disappoint. Yes, I think you...
Wotica nods to...